Okay, so welcome to this online webinar, seminar sharing of sorts. Today, the topic is how to live a more effortless life, how to live a life with less stress and effort and tension, and be able to go through the day feeling more relaxed and effortless. So just checking, are you all in the right place for this? Is this all what you're looking for? Okay, good. So I'm going to be going through certain points that I've made a few little notes to share. Certain principles, and with each principle, make it actionable and relatable as possible. And I'll also be interacting with you guys, so it's not just you listening to me going blah 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 blah, but actually seeing what's real for you guys and what's relatable for you. So feel free to share if I open up the space. But at the same time, if you feel like you don't want to share, then that's fine as well. Just be relaxed, be free, and enjoy. So we're going to start with a little group meditation just to sink us in together and relax us all in together. Okay, so has everyone here done some form of meditation before? Okay. We have a new person coming. Okay, so I'll just wait for this new lovely human being to join us. Okay, maybe we just go ahead. So what we can do is just find yourself a comfortable position, right, as you are, sitting with a straight spine, okay? And you can gently close your eyes. And I'm going to invite you to just become very simple, just become aware of how your breathing is right now. And just become aware, from where am I breathing in this moment? Am I breathing from my abdominals? Or am I breathing from my chest? And notice if your breathing naturally starts to slow down a little bit and to deepen. And then the next thing we can connect with is just see if you're able to smile. Just smile inside and outside. Or if the smile doesn't feel very authentic or accessible in this moment, then just that's fine as well. And just observe maybe any heaviness or seriousness that may be in your awareness. And just continue to breathe, to feel how with each breath you're filling up your entire body with new energy, with new life, new vitality. Just gently keep scanning all parts of your body as you keep breathing in deeper now and slower and more powerfully. At the same time, keep scanning the tips of your toes all the way to the top of your head and everything in between. And feel like with each breath, you are giving yourself this powerful clean, if you like a clean and you're becoming more aware naturally of any mental states of mind that might be present or any emotional states of mind that might be present. And your job is very simply just to keep breathing powerfully, fully, and just accepting whatever it is that you're aware of, however your mind feels in this moment, however your emotions feel in this moment, however your body feels. Just to give yourself that, it's okay. You don't have to feel great. You don't have to feel bad. You can feel however you feel now is fine. There doesn't need to be any effort to change. Hmm. So one of the most beneficial actions that can help for life to feel more effortless every day is the ability to just sit with yourself and just be with yourself without effort. Learn to sit with yourself and accept what comes and what goes with a smile, hopefully, more and more, with kindness, with compassion. Even if the darkest storm arises or the most intense fear or the highest joy or the deep sadness or whatever, you train and learn to just let things come and go, and you don't make any more effort trying to hold on or trying to push away. You just it's a bit like if you imagine the ocean, the deep, vast ocean, and then a huge, big, heavy rock, stone is thrown into the ocean. Now think and feel about how much energy and effort it would take to keep pushing that stone and that rock back up to the surface of the ocean. You have to keep pushing up, keep pushing up, keep pushing up. And this is what many of us are doing every day. We are pushing this big rock up to the surface of the ocean. Push, 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 push. Keep pushing, keep pushing. And so we've got to learn what it feels like inside when we just let the rock drop all the way down to the bottom and just let it go all the way down with no resistance, no pushing. And let it come and drop and rest at the bottom of the ocean, the deepest part of the ocean where there are no waves. Okay, so I'm going to start gently inviting you to perhaps swim a little bit higher from the depth of your ocean to carry on with this talk. But I hope this gives you a little flavor of what it feels like to really let yourself sink down. And I encourage you to keep exploring what does the bottom of the ocean feel like inside you when you're not struggling on the top of the waves going up and down, up and down. What does it feel like to be at the bottom of the ocean? And that can be a scary journey to drop that deep for the mind. Because as you keep dropping that deep and letting go of all that effort, layer after layer, that will bring up a lot of resistance and fear from the ego. Because what you're basically doing is taking away all the power of the ego that it has in your life. So it will try everything to keep you pushing the rock back up and keep you making effort. Just be aware of the resistance that may come the more you explore how deep can you drop down into the ocean inside yourself. So when you're ready, well, if you feel like you want to stay where you are, then you can. But if you feel ready, then I'm going to invite you to start rising up a little bit, becoming aware of the physical body and just moving the physical body if you need to, giving a little stretch and a yawn or whatever you need to do, and then gently opening your eyes and just coming back to the room. See if you can smile any easier. If not, that's fine. Smiling is a nice little test to see how serious are you taking yourself in this moment. Can I smile now? And so welcome to Gina and David and Joy. If you, and Aran as well, if you would like to show your videos, then please feel free, because this often helps with the group connection. Hey, but there's no pressure to. Hey, Joy. It's whatever feels right for you. Well, Joy, you look like you're in an art gallery.
It's a friend's art.
Okay, so we're going to go into a more interactive, upbeat energy now to share some of these principles with you. Okay, so you can then take them away and apply them into your life. Obviously, just listening to a webinar doesn't suddenly just transform everything, as I'm sure you guys know. It's about implementing and integration. But hopefully the things I share are just going to press certain buttons in you. And it's all within you already. It's not that I'm giving you anything. It's all inside you. But you're going to be stimulated, hopefully, in a few different ways to go, and then it's up to you afterwards to, make the changes and the integration. Okay. Let me just plug in my charger. Okay, so first thing I'd love to do, actually, just to connect us a bit more, is if you guys are up for it, we just go around the group. We just have 1 minute each. Okay, so it's really short. Okay, but I just want to hear, just introduce your name, and you can just share something that you enjoy about life, and perhaps why you've come here today. But just something that makes you alive, some kind of passion, something, a little taste, a little flavor of who you are. It doesn't have to be anything big, and we'll just keep it to 1 minute, so short and sweet. So I'm going to go with the way I can see it on my screen, with Mateus first.
All right. So I'm Mateus. I'm from Brazil. I'm living in Luxembourg since 2016. With my family, we came all together. And I'm currently in London to finish my physiotherapy studies. I'm doing my last internship here. And so something that really makes life special for me and I feel happy for is mainly to discover new music, new songs, and I I have the feeling that I really need to discover new things every day. So to discover new songs for me is really the best.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Sonia, would you mind?
Yeah, like I
Oh,
think
no,
yeah.
you finished, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
No, continue.
I don't know. No, I'm finished. I'm done.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What do
Hey
you?
everyone, my name is Sonia. I'm Australian, but I've been living in London for the last 15 years. I have two jobs. I'm a holistic therapist, and I also work for an insurance company. What I'm really passionate about, and I've recently sort of transitioned to my holistic therapy work, is just seeing growth and transformation in people, like even including myself. I love learning new things and new techniques and sharing them with people, and just seeing how people can use it positively in their own life, as I do myself. So yeah, I'm really passionate about that.
Amazing.
Thanks.
Thank you. Amazing. Over to you, Miranda.
Hi, I'm Miranda. I'm living in North London. Recently, I've just done a herbology course, and I'm really interested in which herbs help the body and healing using natural ingredients. And I've also done a counselling course, so I don't know if I can pull those two things together and help people in that way, but I've just started on that journey, so it's quite exciting. Yeah, I'm really close to my sisters. I've got two sisters in London as well, and they've got children, so I spend a lot of time with them. And I'm here because I really want to be more patient with myself and be more patient with other people, and yeah, be less fraught. So yeah, I'm looking forward to learning more.
Thanks, Miranda. We've got a good mix so far, right? I feel like we could make an X-Men team already. Okay, over to you, Joy.
Okay, good morning, everybody. My name's Joy. In terms of what makes me happy, dancing and listening to music and just generally laughing. I'm here. I'm here because I'm going through various transitions at the moment. My children are fleeing the nest, so I'm becoming an empty nester. I'm thinking of fully retiring. I'm partially retired at the moment, and I'm on a journey to find my true purpose. I'm currently and have been in education for about 35 years, but I think there's a new path out there for me, and I'm trying to explore that.
Wow, exciting. It's not being an artist, no.
Funny you should say that. No.
Thanks, Joy. Gina, if you're able to unmute yourself.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Gina. Trying to do my camera. Hi.
Hey, oh, that's nice. Nice to see your face, Gina.
Morning. Okay. What brings me happiness? Doing things like this on Zoom brings me happiness. You know, my cat brings me a great deal of happiness, but she's not been very well, and I don't know if she's right or not, you know, but so my cat brings me a lot of happiness and joy. Yeah, I'm on a healing journey too, a self-healing journey. So I picked up writing my book again this morning, so I'm hoping I will get that written. I plan to get that written. I will almost certainly get that written. I've just remembered a YouTube video on words you have to say. Yeah. And yes, I'm not really sure what you're going to take us through today, Sam. What's the idea behind today? What's the sort of agenda, if you like? Not agenda, yeah, how are you going to do it?
Oh. So the theme is how to bring more effortlessness into your day-to-day life, how to live with less effort and more flow. So once we've finished our introductions, I'm going to just go through certain principles, very simple ones, make them relatable and actionable as possible, and then just see what naturally comes up in the group.
Right, okay.
But thank you for sharing your face. It's lovely to connect.
Yeah, you're welcome. See you later. I am here. I'm just going to hide.
Okay.
Shouldn't hide really, but I am. I'm not hiding. Am I hiding? Maybe I am. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, bless you, Gina. And last but not least, Aram.
Hi, Sam.
Hey.
What I enjoy doing at the moment is I've just got back from the park now, so physical exercise again, getting out there and going for a run, going for a swim, starting to move around more. I'm also doing a lot of courses at the moment. Some of them are technical courses, but I thought I'll supplement that with something about general well-being as well. I've done some meditation in the past, done a bit of yoga in the past, so it was good to go back to that, where I feel quite grounded. So yeah, that's what I'm on the course as well.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you guys for sharing. I guess I've got to do the same now, haven't I? So my name's Sam. Things that bring me happiness, well, music as well, massive. My guitar's not in this room. Yeah, I play music, sing. Oh, I love nature, bathing in the forest, swimming in the ocean, and connecting deeply and profoundly and meaningfully with other human beings on a deep and sincere level, where we can share the whole spectrum of being really silly and having a laugh, but then also being very sincere and deep if we need to. So yeah, I love sharing the whole spectrum. And in terms of a little bit of my background, been on a rather intense journey, self-healing, like you were mentioning, Gina, last 10 years or so more. Gone through many years of basically really experiencing extreme tension, stress, trauma, depression, anxiety, just where waking up in the morning just thinking, oh my God, like, surely I'm not going to be able to keep on living for much longer because it's so intense. So I come with that background now as with gratitude, because it's allowed me to really understand experientially the mechanisms of what drives human beings into those such dark states where they can't get out, and what brings them back into the light and back into balance and harmony. So yeah, I'm so passionate about sharing the light.
That's so interesting. Yeah. So how long were you stuck in that state for? 10 years, did you say?
Well, about 7 years of yes, very just chronically traumatized and depressed, and yeah, in tough, intense times, you could say. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've had a good bit of experience.
Oh well, welcome to the club that no one wants to belong to.
Yes.
Or be in. But yeah, I feel calmer today. But yeah, I get days where my brain is just frying and I can't think and I can't focus. And of course, that's all law of attraction, isn't it? Focus and knowing what you want and all this and that. It's difficult. However, I likened it to being on a boat. I heard someone say, you're like on a boat and I'm in a storm and I'm not steering my boat and I'm just getting sort of going nowhere, and time to move, really, move on, and I want to make some profound changes in my life, but I'm a bit frightened to do them, and I don't want to just stay stuck, you know.
I feel you, Gina.
Yeah, I know you are. I didn't expect that. Zoom is brilliant. Zoom is phenomenal.
Well, Gina, you're in the right place.
I know. I felt safe enough to share that little bit there, so that's nice. Thank you, guys.
You're very, very safe. There's nothing
Thank you.
I would be surprised to hear. The journey I've had. You're very safe. That's amazing.
I bet you've not had the journey I've had.
Just the fact that you're sharing that, though, that's just that's so positive, you know, that's so positive, because you're just open and accepting, and that allows the healing and the change to happen. So
yeah, one of my things, unfortunately, is that I am emotionally numb, and rightly so, I think. And so, you know, my God, you know, do I want to let go of that? You know, and then I've got addictions as well, or an addiction, or probably a few, which of course I'm using to numb too, you know.
I understand.
So, but I don't want to unnumb because it's frightening. But I know once you unnumb and you feel, I have learned, you know, through experience, that once you do allow yourself to feel your pain, you know, and it's intense, you go back to it another time. You spend a bit of time there, and you just say, okay, I'm going to stay here just for 10 minutes, and you soothe yourself. And then, you know, you say, that's it, that's enough, put a boundary there. And then when you go back to it, the pain has diminished somewhat. It's not as big as it was, you know, so I kind of understand that as well. Oh dear. Gosh.
Bless you.
So yeah. But I'm not in a place where I want to be right now in my life, you know. I mean, today is a good day. I'm not in so much fear today. I had a good night's sleep. But you know, sometimes I just don't know what the hell I'm doing. My brain is just fried, and I'm in fight and flight and can't make decisions. And I've got a decision today, and I don't know what to do really. Sort of been thrust upon me. So yeah. Anyway, that's enough about me, probably.
Oh, thank you for sharing. I can feel exactly where you are. So thank you for sharing. And, you know, keep being gentle, keep being kind, keep just small steps, allowing little bits, a little bit more to open, you know, just when whatever feels right. But it sounds like, yeah, the system is, you know, in overdrive a lot of the time. So your nervous system has to get more used to going back into the synthetic mode of actually being able to feel safe again. Okay, so my little invitation for you right now, Gina, and for the duration of this talk that I'm going to share is for you just to really enjoy being held right now and being safe. And just stay with that, and stay with your breath, stay with your body, and just keep feeling I'm safe. Just keep telling the body, look, I'm actually safe right here and now. I'm totally safe. I'm totally safe. I'm secure, I'm safe, and I can rebuild. You can rebuild yourself, body. I believe in you. I know you've been through a lot of shit, but you're safe now. So that's my little invitation for you, Gina.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. We're in this together. Okay, so I'm going to carry on now with sharing with you some principles. let's just see how it unfolds. So in terms of being able to live more effortlessly, the first thing I wrote down when I thought about what will I share is we need to understand more experientially that we are, you are abundance. You literally are abundance. Some of you may already have heard this before, okay? But not just intellectually to know it. You have to really feel it inside. So it's not something to understand with the mind. You can obviously understand that with the mind. But you've got to be able to feel, what does it feel like in the body, in your energy system? It's all about feeling. It's all about feeling. What does it feel like? Can you feel right here and now? If I just give us a few moments, how accessible does it feel for you to feel and embody, I am abundance? And what do I mean by abundance? I mean that it's because it gets a bit abstract using language, okay? But it's this feeling of just limitlessness, just such an expansiveness inside you, around you, so expansive, so limitless. There's a power that comes, a sense of feeling incredibly powerful, which many of us block as human beings. We've been conditioned to be scared of power, to be scared of that feeling, to be scared of feeling limitless. Because it is scary for the limited mind, for the limited ego that wants to stay in control. It is very scary. It can be very scary to really embody and go, I am truly abundant and powerful. I mean, can you really feel that in yourself? And I'm curious now, if you do just try and say that out loud to yourself, or at least in your mind, I am truly abundant. I am truly powerful. I am truly limitless. I want you to really try and connect with that now and observe whether that comes in and it's like, yes, green traffic light, or whether it comes in and it's like red, no, or if it's like yellow, oh, yes, but no. And just to see how congruent that feels for you now. And if you're aware of any blocks to that, then, you can note them down if that helps. Because the opposite of abundance is, of course, scarcity and lack. And this is such a key route to not live an effortless life, to live a life full of effort and strain and stress, because we're not believing in true abundance and we're believing in lack and scarcity. It's really that simple. When you believe that the resources that you have and that you are lack, scarcity, then it's stressful, isn't it? It's stressful. Now there's effort, because now what does that bring in? It brings in competition. It starts separating us from one another. It starts bringing in pressure. And then, to bring that down to the anatomical, to the biological level, that's our cortisol levels are going to get stimulated, and our brain is going to go into fight or flight mode, like Gina was saying, because we're like, shit, oh God, there's something I can lose. There's a lack. There's not enough of this to go around for everyone. So I've got to get this quick. So all those kind of emotions and thoughts of urgency, quick, pressure, lack, that creates obviously lots of effort and stress. in our mind and our body. Whereas if you can actually start to feel and relax into this sense of abundance, limitlessness, powerfulness inside you, then all of these vibrations of lack and scarcity, they can't actually reach you, okay? Because everything is just a vibration, okay? So I'm sure you guys are aware. And if you're in a vibration of true abundance, true power, true limitlessness, the vibration of scarcity is, say, here. This is just a metaphor, roughly, right? And so it doesn't even go near you. If you're actually vibrating at this level of just, I'm abundance, I'm the bloody universe, for God's sake. I mean, I do not have to worry about a thing. I am the universe. I totally trust what I am. I mean, I look at nature, I see how it just happens. It just grows. The trees aren't there going, oh, I've got to grow a bit more today. Oh, I've got to get more apples. No, it just, and if you can embody that feeling in you of just, I am the universe, I am life. God, it's silly to even worry, to even think about scarcity. That just doesn't even make sense if you're up here, let's say. Okay, so it's all about getting into that, finding that in yourself, because then the scarcity and the panic and the treading water, it just can't touch you. It just won't enter your field. I'm gonna pause there now, and if anyone has any comments or questions, or then feel free to share.
I do have a comment. I saw a video once that a guy, like, just commenting on something you said about avoiding stress about competition and avoiding the feeling not to win, to lose something. That most of us, we have this feeling most of the time, most of the day, in our daily lives nowadays, most of competitions and jobs and all this kind of stuff. So I saw a video once, and a guy told about letting the possibility to win to go away. Is this how can I better extract this? For example, if you let the possibility that you have to win, are you losing? I don't know if you can get what I want to explain. If you can win, but you let this possibility to go away, are you losing at the same time?
Yeah, nice. Good question. Yeah. So yeah, the winning and losing paradigm is so fundamental to this this trigger of scarcity, lack, and stress and effort. And so really, to answer your question, you actually want to be able to let go of winning and losing. You just transcend the whole game altogether. There's no more winning or losing anymore. Okay. You don't even need that. That's just a certain level of operating. You can operate there, but it's quite a stressful place to be winning and losing all the time. Sometimes you're good, sometimes you're not so good. And depending how big the wins or the losses are, will be dependent on how big your highs or lows are. So it's a lot more unstable. Whereas if you can just go, you could just say, I mean, just being here now, alive, this is it, you can just feel now, I have won. That's it, done. In fact, you can feel I've finished the game, if you like. You can feel that in yourself. I have finished the game. This is it. Yeah. Everything else is just a bonus. Everything else is just a miracle. It's just the fact to be alive, to go and just have a walk, to go have a orange juice, to see my friend, to do some business, whatever. Everything then just becomes the same, the one same expression of the miracle of life. rather than separating up into. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I
So
guess
then, so then everything's just a gift, you know. That's like the level up from winning and losing. Everything's just a gift.
I was going to say, it's kind of like enjoying the process more than worrying about the outcome.
That's it. That's it. It's that cliched thing of, you know, there's no destination, it's the journey. It's not about the destination, it's the journey. So if you can really embody that, like really let that sink in. Wow, if I just went through today with no destination in mind, that doesn't mean you can't practically use your mind and body to make goals, to have visions, to pay your bills, to do all your practical human functioning things that you need to do to survive on a certain level. Okay? But emotionally, spiritually, you don't put your happiness on any of that. That's just a functioning practicality. Okay, we have to do certain things, do this, and, you know, great. But you're already winning, just here and now. You know, you bring it into the here and the now, that feeling of, wow, I'm having a shower. Woo! Like, wow, I'm hearing the birds outside. Amazing. That's it. Like you're reaching your destination every second of every day. You're already there. You know, that's the joke of it. And it doesn't mean you can't be extremely successful in certain activities or skills or business or finance or performing. You could be so successful. In fact, ironically, you're probably going to be more likely to be successful, definitely, when you remove that whole stress of scarcity, of lack, of winning, of losing, of getting somewhere, of achieving. When you don't have any of that going on in your psychology, then you're so free just to actually enjoy, let's say, playing guitar or running a business and actually making it really successful. So, yeah, just on a rational level, it's really healthy to let go of all that stress, and you'll be more successful. So yeah, just imagine a life where there was no lack. You didn't believe in lack. Okay, so when your mind tells you, like, lack of money, shit, there's not enough money to go around, or there's not enough, I don't know, other resources, or there's not enough jobs, or there's not enough friends, there's not enough partners. If you just stop believing in all of that, if you stop believing in all the pressures and expectations that the mind will tell you, like, oh, I need to do this because of this. I need to do this because I should do this. I should. If there's a word should, then you know, that's like a clue that maybe you're falling into pressure and expectation mode if there's a should involved. So I'm just going to invite you now to do a little exercise to write down on with your pen and paper all the kind of projects and activities and actions that make up your average week, or the kind of floating about in your mind at the moment. Note them all down, and I just want you to have a little look at each of them and try and feel like scanning, right? Scanning in a supermarket where you go doop, doop, doop. Just try and scan, go through each one and like scan it. Is there pressure here? Is there expectation? Is there stress? Is there a should? Is there an sense of obligation? Is there a pressure coming from family, from society, Is there a fear of lack? If I don't do this, then shit's gonna happen. You know, any of that, is that around it? Or is it just a clear, innocent, joyful action of expression, like a child, you know? Like a child goes, well, I'm gonna make a sandcastle today and ride my bike and play with my friend Sandy. Yeah, but it doesn't go, but I don't know if I'm going to make the right sandcastle. And I mean, if I fall off my bike, they're going to think I'm an idiot. And it just does what it needs to do. So scan all your actions now. I'll give you a few moments.
Sorry, Sam, I didn't hear what you just said then. What did you say?
Oh, Gina, from which point did you not hear? Well, what was the last thing you did hear? Okay, well, the action step perhaps you didn't hear that I'm just inviting everyone to do is to write down all the actions in one's life, projects, goals, day-to-day actions and things, and then just to scan each one to see, am I attaching pressure or expectation, a sense of winning or losing? Is there a fear of lack attached to this, or is it just clear and clean? Does that make sense, Gina?
So is that like a decision you've got to make today, you mean? Or I'm slightly confused.
Oh, so it could be like, you know, a job that you're doing, if you're doing a job, or activities you're doing, like maybe some classes or things you're studying or aspirations you have. Like writing your book, for example, you know, that feels like to me anyway, that feels like a genuine, soulful, positive action. I might be wrong, but you never know. That could have a pressure with it. Oh, I need to write my book because da 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 da. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So it is a very positive thing. I agree with you. But as opposed to, oh, I've got to write this book, I've got to get it out.
Exactly. Exactly.
You see, yeah.
We're basically learning more to learn the skill of identifying when our actions are coming from what we could call our heart or our higher expression, you know, our joyful expression, or whether they're being hijacked by the ego mind. That's what we're really learning to discern, whether they're being hijacked. Sometimes a very joyful action can come from the heart, very pure, and then the ego might
May I just say one of my actions is now, and my mum wants me to go and see her, which is a good 2 hours drive away, which is unusual in itself because she's very, very frightened, or she watches the news. And you know, I understand, you know, you know, about the time sort of constraints about going, and I could do the drive today. And but now you're talking about it, the action would be, well, fear of COVID and fear of fear, you know? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I also, just before I spoke to my mum, I had a prior arrangement with somebody to go and do some stuff that I need to do. And that's, I guess, out of love. It's love for me and love for, you know, honouring what I need to do. So it's a difficult decision, really, because I sort of understand the time constraint as well. It's difficult. Does that make any sense?
Absolutely, yeah, I feel you. That's the
these are the sort of decisions. Eh?
I was just gonna say it's not easy. It's not always so straightforward.
No, you see, and yes, it's difficult. I don't know what to do. Obviously, I want to put my mum first and go and see my mum. But also that involves staying away overnight, and the cat isn't that well at the moment. So I don't know what to do.
Well, what I've found is when decisions like this come up that aren't so clear cut, the best thing to do, I mean, just from my experience, is to try and avoid going into the mind as much as possible, okay? Because that just drains. Going, should I, shouldn't I, would I, and get more into the feeling again, okay? So you may feel maybe more in your heart or in your gut, there may be somewhere in the body, your kind of inner knowing system that's not about intellectual, well, I should do this because just try and leave that, okay, and just come into the feeling. And when you tune into, let's say, going to your mother's, just allow it to come in and just say to the body, you know, show me, tell me, do I have the energy for this? Is this a really nice way to actually cut through all the indecision, is to really ask and sincerely connect, is this for the highest good? Because that takes yourself out the picture. It takes the ego's complaints and complaining out the picture. Is this for the highest good? Feel the body and ask it to tell you with a feeling. And you'll be able to get a sense whether there's kind of an openness, a lightness that comes in, a sense of, or whether there's a sense of contraction. And then you just get to stay out the overthinking things. You just leave that. And from my experience, you typically get a response pretty quick. So it's not something you have to mull over for too long. Your body and energy should be able to tell you whether you've got that energy to do that, whether that's really for the highest good.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, no, that is amazing. And I'll do that with the second decision as well, and won't hear what you say next. But
fantastic.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Yeah, so sort of get into the feeling, drop into the heart.
Yes, exactly.
And tune into the body.
That's it. It will tell you everything you need to know. And then you just, and then you leave all that mental guilt, shame, fear, confusion, that you just literally don't even need to touch that ever. You don't ever even need to go into that, because the intellect, the ego just goes through that churning. Should I, shouldn't I, would I? It's waste of energy. Just come into the heart, come into the body. You know, believe in your purity, that you want to serve the highest good. You do. I've only met you for 5 minutes, but I know you're a beautiful person. I can feel it genuinely. And so you just have to trust that and not feel guilty if your inner signal says, don't go, or don't do this, you need to rest, or you need to say no, or, you know, if that's what it says, then that's okay.
Brilliant. So believe in myself then, believe.
Yeah, relieving yourself of that burden to make the right decision. Yeah.
No, believe in myself, I said.
Sorry, believe in yourself. Absolutely, as well. Yeah. Great. All right, guys. So we've looked at letting go of scarcity, lack, pressure, expectation, attachment. These are obviously easy to say, but this is a lifelong, lifelong practice, okay? To keep seeing them go, no, no, no. And it gets weaker and weaker and weaker. But it's like going to the gym, you know, every day. And embodying abundance, you know, embodying abundance. I'm working with a client at the moment, and one of her daily exercises that she's doing, because many people have this, not issues, not the right word, just this state of mind, let's say, where they're disconnected from their true power and their true, like Gina was saying, belief in themselves, the true power, really disconnected from it. Get disconnected. So one of her daily exercises is to feel the solar plexus area, feel a bright yellow. And I can't remember if she's doing this in front of the mirror or not, but that can be even more powerful. And you just feel yourself like this sun, this powerful sun just radiating out. She's just doing this for 5 minutes a day, feeling here, feeling the sun. And she's affirming to herself, she's reprogramming her mind, saying things like, I am truly powerful. I accept my true power. I accept my true abundance. And really getting used to feeling that, even if it's just for 5 minutes in the day, just getting used to feeling like you are so powerful and so abundant. I mean, it's just beyond, you know, it's just amazing how much abundance you have. And so she does that for 5 minutes a day. And already, I've only been doing a few sessions with her, and she's just saying already it's making a really lovely shift. So, you know, that helps you guys. And get on board.
So that's tuning into your solar plexus as a sun, as shining as a yellow sun.
Yes.
And telling yourself, I am abundant, I am powerful.
Exactly. Whatever way works for you, whatever phrases really connect you to the feeling. Remember, it's all about the feeling rather than specific words. Feeling inside of, I am truly abundant, I'm truly powerful, I'm truly limitless. Okay, so the other thing we want to give up, as well as pressure, expectation, win or losing mentality, lack, is we want to give up people pleasing and seeking approval. I'm pretty sure I spoke about this in the last one with you, Amanda. Approval seeking approval, basically enhancing the image of your ego. Okay, because the ego always wants to have the pat on the back. It wants to have someone saying, well done, good job, you did well. It's searching for that all the time, searching for that approval. Think about often using your smartphone, okay? The amount of times when you're checking your messages, often it's actually it could be obviously just a very natural, loving thing to check a message, of course, and send a message of love and connect. Nothing wrong with that. But just be aware if there's an egoic aspect to it, where the ego is just wanting that pat on the back and its image to be. The classic thing is Facebook, like when people put photos up and how many likes did my photo get? That's a real concrete example of the egoic tendency to want approval. That's such a clear example in our society. Facebook photo likes. The fact that we even have that mechanism, you can like a photo. I mean, it's all ego. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but just know that operating at that vibration is effort. It means effort, and the reason we're here today is learn about taking away effort from your life. So it requires a lot of effort to maintain that image. It requires energy, requires a lot of energy. So imagine how much energy you'd have when, in the nicest way possible, you don't really give a fuck anymore how you're being perceived. You can still be a nice person, you can still be kind and funny, but you just don't care anymore. You just go, do you know what? I just don't give a fuck anymore. I'm done with trying to get someone's approval, with trying to get a pat on the back, with trying to get, someone to smile back at me. It's just so exhausting. I mean, I'm speaking from experience because that's the point I came to. It's just so, it's just so knackering. You just think, sod it. I'm just going to, express what feels right. Obviously, come from a good place. That's obvious. And then let go of being seen, of being liked. Easy to say this. Again, it's very easy for me to say this. In practice, it could be a daily thing where you just notice, oh, I've just gone into approval seeking mode there. You just catch it. You need to be able to catch what happens in the body, what happens in your energy. How does your voice will probably change, and maybe you will go a little bit higher.
And it's a bad line. I don't mind bringing you back, but I've pretty much decided I'm coming. Bye.
Oh, I don't think Gina's talking to me there.
I was just telling my mum I've decided to come. Oh,
brilliant! I'm glad.
Oh my God.
I didn't mute your microphone. But I'm glad you've got closure. That's brilliant.
Sorry?
I'm glad you've got closure.
Yes, I think I will. I did that exercise and I did it for the other decision, and I felt contraction. I felt a lot of contraction for the second decision, and
okay.
Yeah, so interesting. So yeah, thank you. And oftentimes I tend not to listen to my body because, like you say about the people pleasing, I don't want to let them down. I don't want to let them down, even though I know I shouldn't be doing it. I don't feel up to it. Yeah, and then you regret it afterwards, right?
That's exactly it, Gina.
I know.
Nail on the head.
I know. How do you stop doing that?
It's tough. I've had the same strong pattern as you, really, and I see it in a lot of kind, good-hearted people often, but they've just got that tendency where they just don't want to let people down. They feel responsible for others. They're very empathetic. They feel people. They think, oh God, they carry the weight of the world and others on their shoulders, and you've basically got to stop feeling responsible for anyone else's well-being, even though you wish them obviously such peace and love. You've got to actually say, do you know what? I recognize you as the abundant God force that you are, and you're on your journey, and you can take care of yourself, and you've got the resourcefulness. I'm here to support in any way I can with the energy I've got. But you see that difference. You actually trust the other person to be, to take care of themselves. And then in that sense, you trust yourself to take care of yourself as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because that is a bit of a worry for me taking care of myself. Yeah, that's in every way. which makes me sad.
Well, you're here now, and I think you're doing an amazing job.
I will say at this juncture, when you're in the throes of panic or whatever, you know, you think all this self-help work I've done is not doing anything. But you know what? You know, when you're having a good day like I am today, you know, you think, yeah, you feel the benefits, and it's not never wasted. Or any work you do for you, on you, and love is never wasted, right? And you do see the benefits.
See, that is the inner wisdom of Gina speaking. Okay? That's within you. That's guiding you. That's guided you all the way here. Tune into that more. Let that come up more. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bless you.
Sam, I was just going to say as well, I struggle with this one a lot, of just not trying to please others. But one thing that's helped me, which I thought I'd share, is just also accepting that I'll never be able to please everyone. Like, I'll never, you know, obviously I do my therapy work, and I'm a teacher as well in certain modalities. And the reality of it is I'm only going to resonate with some people. And I think accepting that it won't work for everyone has been really powerful for me. So it's just something I thought I'd share as well.
Thank you. Amazing. So you look at all this wisdom we have. We know it all. It's amazing, Sonia. Yeah, I totally relate. It gets so exhausting, right, when you're trying to, and you learn that not everyone's gonna fit.
I'd like to add something to this that she just said, that there's a quote, I don't know whose quote is, but if you want to please, if you please everyone, and if you if you want to be the good guy, you know, you are not being a good person. If you want to please everyone, if you're liked by everyone, you're doing something wrong. Because actually, you're not doing something wrong for other people, but for you to yourself. If you want to please everyone in the room, you might do something that you are not really sure about, and is not from your inner, is not from you, from yourself. So you're just pleasing someone else, and just to make everyone happy, and that's not you. You are not you anymore. You're just trying to do your your job. Yeah. But it's nice. And there's also another one I was just looking into, is about a radio host called Dave Ramsey from United States. And he said, like, we buy things normally we don't need with the money we don't have, and just to impress people we don't like. And these people, most of the time, we don't even know them, you know. That is like, that's the worst part.
And also another thing I do, particularly when I'm in fight or flight, thank you, Matthias, is and Sonia, is overcommit. Like, I'm a bugger with Zoom. You know, if there are like 3 meetings at 7 and I want to go to all of them, and I'll click on all of them, and then I've got to go through a decision again, what to do too, you know. And I hate letting people down too, you know. Oh, no response. No response.
No, I totally feel you, Gina. So, you know, I can totally resonate with that sense, overwhelming, people pleasing. And really, you know, I'm standing up here because we've got to energetically, okay, we've got to come back to this sense of power in ourselves, and this sense of being grounded and strong like a tree. Okay. So we've got, you know, energetically, physically wise, I've got strong root here, strong base here, strong core, I'm feeling my feet on the ground. Okay, I'm feeling this kind of like, you know, this kind of warrior. You know, when they do the haka, the New Zealand, yeah, that kind of energy. Yeah, we've got to tune into that, Gina, exactly. Because, you know, spiritually speaking, it's like we're getting tempted all the time. We're getting temptations to give away our power, to give away our energy, okay? And we've got a sense like there's this, almost this circle around us. An exercise I do with people actually sometimes is the following, is we stand strong, we feel a big circle around us. You can close your eyes and feel a big circle. Okay, and then you feel on the edge of this circle all the different things, people, thoughts, feelings, shoulds, pressures that maybe pull you, okay, from this way to that way, to this way, to this way. And you just sense the fragility of being pulled by this pressure, by this person, by this expectation, by this feeling. And you really feel that fragility and instability, and like you're just being blown about in a storm, as you mentioned, Gina. You really sense that. And maybe you can do this exercise in more depth in your own time if it resonates. But the next stage is we then pick a weapon of our choice, okay, like a sharp sword, an axe or something. We feel our warrior, feel our power. And then when we're ready, we start to cut all the cords, okay, that are connected. The pressure from my mother that says I need to do this. The pressure from society that says when I'm this age, I need to do this. The pressure of money that says I need this. The fear of this. And you start cutting. Cut away all the pressures and obligations. Until eventually, I'm doing this faster than usual, but until eventually there's nothing around the circle. And you just sense, you get a remembering again of what it feels like when your circle is clear again, is totally clear. When nothing is pulling you, and you're grounded and rooted into the ground, your power. And you welcome back this remembering of what it's like to be the silent tree rooted into the ground. There may be winds here and there, but you're firmly and your space is clear, your circle is clear. There's no I should do this, I should do that. It's free, it's powerful, it's open. That was a fast version of quite a powerful exercise I've done on many retreats over the years, and you know, it really gets people back into their power and shows them, where am I giving my power away? That's a question for you, Gina, especially to look at. Where do I give my power away? Who do I give my power to? What thoughts and feelings do I give my power to? And then you've just basically got to stop giving your power. Just say, no, I'm keeping my power here. But depending on the level of temptation and the discipline of the mind, you know, it can be a challenge to keep saying, no, no. Yeah.
I didn't know that's why the Maoris did that. That was interesting. I learned something there. They do that to get into their power, right? Their warrior power. Of course, it's obvious, and everyone should have known that, but I've only just realised.
Yeah, well, it clearly ignites that, right? Yeah, and it's within all of us. So yeah, that's within you. That's a resource you've got.
Yeah, I love the Maoris.
So I think I'm gonna leave it there in terms of content for you, what we've looked at today. We could go on another few hours, but I'm sure I'll be doing more. I'd love to hear from you actually now, to just to hear back what have you, to kind of give me a bit of a summary of what you've taken in today, even if it's just one point or 2 points, just a few little things, just to hear from each of you, just again for a minute or so, any ideas or things that it's ignited in you. So let's go a different way this time. Let's start with Joy.
Hi, Sam. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I've been turning my camera on and off because it's so hard to get still here at this moment, because I've got Amazon people delivering and a number of other things going on. But I like the activity where you were looking at the lack versus positive abundance, and looking at my actions and seeing where my actions lie on either side. I think it's quite interesting that you were talking about giving up people pleasing and trying to do what's right for me, as I'm in a rather stressful position at work at the moment. And yesterday I actually took the power into my own hands, and decided that I needed to speak to my doctor, and he gave me a couple of weeks off work, which has allowed me to really start to recenter myself. So it's been really useful being here and just hearing some of the exercises that you've been doing.
Amazing. Oh, well done for taking that time.
It's difficult because it's like I'm thinking,
no.
oh my gosh,
yeah.
I'm letting so many other people down, but I just feel that I need to do it for me.
That's it in action. Well done, Joy. Inspiration.
Thank you.
Gina?
Did you call me, Sam?
Yes. Just love to hear your sort of your final thoughts and reflections and anything that you're gonna, have a go at integrating.
Right, okay. As best as I'm able to, I'm going to do and I was doing it, drop into the body and put my decisions there, and see how that feels. And I hope I remember it all. This is another problem. And I really want to practice the solar plexus 1, 2, the sunshine, and that circle thing. That's good. About time I found my
yeah. Come on.
Yes. How much do you charge to work with? I mean, what is it you do exactly?
Well, I tell you what, I was going to say a few words about other things I do after, so we'll go around through it, hear everyone first.
Okay, all right.
Words, yeah.
But I thank you so much for all your help, and I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Bless you.
Really lovely to meet you, and I feel like I like to connect with people too. That's my goal. I love it. Strangers just connect, and and just have some moments together, and and that's it, and then move on and make their day and makes mine.
It's beautiful. Look at that warm heart. You're amazing. Well done, and well done for coming today, and just feeling safe and trusting and showing your video and sharing, like, amazing.
I would like to connect with you afterwards.
Sure. Well, when we've heard everyone, I'll leave a few details of how you can find out more and stay connected. Okay, so stick around.
I will. Where are you based?
I'm in southern Portugal at the moment.
Oh well, that's easy. Oh, that's easy. I'll just get in the car. Southern Portugal.
Yes.
Are you? What, on the Algarve?
Yes.
Are you? Whereabouts are you?
Do you know Lagos? Near Lagos?
Yeah, I stayed near Portimao.
Oh, yeah.
Further along
Close.
it feels, yeah.
It's close.
Nice. Do you live there?
Yeah.
Aren't you lucky?
I am.
Portugal is my favourite place.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
Oh, I love Portugal. I love Lisbon. Yes. Have you lived there long? I'm aware of time.
Yeah, a couple of years. Yeah.
How did you manage to do that? I'd love to live abroad.
Well, you know what? I'll go through. I want to hear everyone else first, and then I'll share a bit more. Okay. So,
all right.
Just mindful of other people. Thank you. Okay, Miranda, let me hear you.
So yeah, I wrote quite a lot down actually. Really enjoyed the session. I really like the image of the rock and just letting that rock go, like letting it go to the bottom of the ocean and just being there and imagining no waves, no pressure, just being completely calm. I really like that imagery. And also when you mentioned about vibrating at that frequency of abundance and how, you know, you are the universe, you are life, the trees don't even worry about producing fruit. It just happens naturally. And you're reaching your destination every moment of every day. I really like that. Yeah, and I think I'm going to try the sun exercise as well with the solar plexus. I think that sounds really good. So feeling that power.
Amazing. Nice. I can feel it in you. It's rising. It's rising. Amazing, Miranda. Thank you. Is that your share finished, or you got more?
Yeah, I think that's it really. And yeah, just letting go and just accepting that you'll never be able to please anyone. I really like what you said, Sonia, about, you know, just accepting that, and you'll only be able to resonate with some people, you know, you won't be able to get on with everyone in life. I think that's a really important point to make. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Miranda. Sonia?
Thank you for that. I really enjoyed that session, actually. It was a really nice thing to have in my middle of my day. What I really, really liked was, and I think was really quite powerful for me, was that visualization you did at the beginning in the ocean of the rock. I also found that really powerful because I thought I would a little bit, maybe like use the word panic, probably not panic, but feel very uncomfortable. And actually it was really nice to not feel that at all. And I guess it's making me braver, because the reason I wanted to do this today was I think in my daily life I'm pretty good, but with my business side of stuff I always feel that concept of lack and struggle and how to push it forward. And I think that visualization was, I actually did that a little bit while I was thinking about the business side of stuff, and I think it just gave me this feeling that it's going to be okay. I just got to just go through it, go with the flow almost of the ocean rather than pushing that rock back up. Yeah, that's my sharing. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you. Wow. And last but not least, Brasileiro, Mateus.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I'd like to appreciate the opportunity for us to share everything here. It's really nice to meet new people from all over the world. And the main points I really enjoyed about it was the connection you made about this lifelong lasting abundance, acceptation, and how you introduced the word abundance. For me, it was completely amazing. Like that you connect power and expansionness and limitless, and all this together combining to find a journey to a new joy, to find something new. For me, this connection was really good, and I'll try to use this to transport the same connection to work, to clinical reasoning, clinical job, and to the sport, to my life, to my lifestyle. So thank you very much. It was really helpful.
Amazing. Obrigado.
De nada.
Amazing, guys. Wow. Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming and making this. Without you guys, obviously this wouldn't happen. So we co-created this. I know Sam's done most of the speaking, but you guys really, it's a team effort. So thank you for acknowledging all of your parts, because we're all doing it as one, you know, which is amazing. What did I wanted to say, you know, before leaving, I've written a little message in the chat box. I presume you're able to access it. Feel free to copy and paste it if you want before I close. But in essence, to answer you, Gina, as well, yes, I do this as my full-time thing. I'm a passionate messenger of freedom, is what I would call myself at the moment.
Sam, you might have sent it to someone privately. I can't see it in the chat there, my love.
Okay, no worries. Let me have it again. I'm just.
Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Forgive me.
No worries. So yeah, I've got a little link there that goes to the website. So if ever you want to maybe inquire about doing one-to-one work, I work with bringing people into their power, into their freedom, into the highest vibration of themselves, really releasing trauma, releasing fear, recovering their body, mind, emotional, spiritual well-being and alignment, so they can just live an awesome life. That's my passion. So if ever you need any support, maybe not now, but who knows, in a few years' time, you might just think, oh, that crazy Sam, I wonder if he's still around. That's happened sometimes. So, you can take my website details, take my email at the bottom that I've put there. If you have any queries that come up again, feel free just to give me a message. I might not get back to you like on the same day, because I try and be quite relaxed with things, but I will get back to you eventually. And the last thing I wanted to let you know is I've got 3 cool group things happening every week. So if you like that sense of community, I've got, and it's all written there in the text. On Tuesdays, I've got, I do a Qigong, which is like Tai Chi energizing session, really amazing Qigong over Zoom. On Wednesday, I do a meditation, a long meditation and a sharing support group at 7 p.m. And on Saturday, I do a Kundalini yoga for an hour, a session. So those are just 3 ways you can get involved. The meditation group is donation based. The yoga and the Qigong, I think it's £5 via the meetup link. So it's all very accessible if you want to keep in touch by that way. Yes.
How do we find you on Meetup, Sam? I've never seen you on Meetup.
Yeah, I have help. I I like to live an effortless life, so I get other people to to do that. No, I used to be on Meetup a lot for years, but now I have for other people that promote my things. So the best bet to get in touch is via my email, my website. Gina, if you send me a little email, then we can just what I do, if people do want to work more one-to-one, then initially we just have a little talk on Zoom, you know, informal but focused, and just get to know and feel out, you know, is there something here we can really work with, and then after that I can share all details of, like, you know, how long and how much and what it would look like. But first things first, we just have a nice chat and get to know more where you're at. So just if you're up for that, then send me an email and then we can schedule.
88@gmail.com.
Yes. So yes, there we go. That's all my there for you. It's been amazing to meet you, though, more than anything, just on the soul level. You guys are beautiful, and yeah, keep going. You're doing amazing. We are the revolution. Come on.
Yay!
Come on.
Superman!
Gina. See you later, guys. Big hug.
Thanks everyone. Thanks.
Lots of love. Oh, thank you.